How's it going, my G's? It's Artifact, and it's Feedback Friday. This is a feature I've been doing on my Patreon for a long time, but I thought I would transition it over to YouTube now. And if you want to be involved, you have to be on Patreon though, and you can send in the submissions on my Discord. Today we got 6 beautiful tracks from Neutrop, Co-op Black, Digipax, Mogi, Heavy, and Kavala. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. For the purposes of the entertainment and likability of this video, I may skip through your track, so do not be offended. I have a very short attention span, but I assure you that I will listen to the best bits, maybe. So I have actually heard this one a little bit before. I think the mix down has probably been improved, but we'll see. God, isn't it annoying if I just skip through it? Yeah, really love this one. Yeah, shout out to Neutrop. He's been a student of mine for a while ago. Also living here in Berlin, but he's just improved massively in the last few months, I think. But yeah, this is kind of like, it reminds me of like The Outsiders or something like that. But yeah, the production quality is wicked. I think maybe those like little trickly leads, I would probably bring them up in the mix a little bit more around that kind of like mid-range area here. You know, like boost them up a bit. I think in this second drop there's a little bit of like mud between like the mid bass and those leads, so I would maybe like sidechain one to the other or something like that, perhaps. But it wasn't like as impactful as the first drop, you know. Like that's just really spot on, that one there. Maybe boost the low mids a little bit as well, but yeah, absolutely amazing. What a way to kick off the Feedback Friday. Now let's move on to Pascal, aka Co-op Black, with Meltdown.
Warning. Critical mass has almost reached. Please leave the building now. This is not a drill. I repeat. Warning. Critical mass has almost reached. Please leave the building now. This is not a drill. I repeat. Warning. Critical mass has almost reached.
Mixed down all sounds really full so far in the intro, you know, it's like nice and yeah, immersive. Do you like my hat, by the way? definitely improved a lot, my G, since we first started. It's not quite the mix I want from it yet, but it's really, really good though. You know what I like? I like all the sound design. I like the basses as well. It's very complex, a lot going on, but it kind of all works well together. For me, I think it's the drums that are my least favourite part. They feel like they're a little bit squashed by everything, and a little bit like yeah. How can I describe it? It's like they're quite pokey, and they like really fight hard to kind of get that pokiness of the drums like through the mix, you know? It's a terrible description, but yeah, it's the drums that like I feel I want them to be a bit like bigger and more natural sounding, and then like cut through the mix even more, you know? Yeah, I like the way you go quite insane with the sound design and stuff, and it gets like quite complex, and then like with the drum fills and everything happening as well. Like I admire the like complexity of it. I think personally, you know, less can be more. Like I personally would like simplify some of those sections. You got like all these drum fills going on, and then like these effects and sound effects are doing like their own crazy fast movements as well on like a different wavelength, man.
The criticalness has exceeded.
What I was saying before about the drums as well, like they do like sound very punchy and they do come through. It's just like the character of them. It just does, like I don't know. It feels a little bit like they're really old school, like neuro drums, like 2012 like neuro drums or something, and like, they just don't have like this quite modern edge to the mix down yet. But they do like very much work and still like hit pretty hard. It's just like, yeah, it's not quite as good as I'd like it to be yet. Maybe if anyone else has any better way of explaining it in the comments, then feel free. But yeah, absolutely, from where you've come so far, like what an improvement on the mix down and everything in general. Like really, it is a really, really great track. Buffalo Wing. Digipacks. Ideas on point, groove on point, low end on point, high end not so much. I want more of it, I think. Really, really sick flow. You've got absolutely sick flow. You can see on span, you can see we got a bunch of low end, and it almost feels like it's a little bit too much of the kind of sub harmonic and not enough of the actual sub at certain points. But then we've got this sheer drop where everyone's sold off their Ethereum or whatever, and then, you know, it's starting to climb back up again. But yeah, this is quite a huge gap here. And then like up here in like the high end, like we kind of missing a lot of the song still. I want it to be all the way up here, you know, everything. So it's a bit too quiet for me. I mean, just do that and then you've fixed it pretty much. maybe you're using some very, very bright headphones or speakers, but yeah, to me it sounds really, really too dark. And it's not that it sounds too dark; it just is way too dark, because you can see here already in the span that it's like missing all the high end. But it's just a case of having more of it, really. I think it sounds good when you just bring it up. There you go. Boost up everything apart from the sub, apart from everything in the low end. Whack it all up like it's 8 dB, and then it's done, mate. You know, but I would do it, you know, in the actual project, in the separate groups and things. You know, bring out those higher frequencies. Yeah, because, you know, doing it on the if you do it in the groups or in the individual sounds, you got a bit more control of like how much to bring each one up by, rather than just like on the master here, you know. But yeah, absolutely great song. Otherwise, I think it's easy to fix just by bringing things up a bit more. Yeah, well done. Let's get on for Mogi, original patron G, my first ever patron supporter. Like when lockdown started, never forget, mate. Never forget. You can see on the span there's a lot of high volume spikes, so we need to be careful of those. That I can hear it's like hurting my ears a little bit. Some of these high pitched kind of, I think the hats and maybe some of these bleeps are a bit too much. I like the vibe of the intro though, like the kind of feeling of it sounds really nice though. Mogi is producing on an iPad as well, I believe, so we've got to cut him some slack there. Mate, you have really, really, really improved though. To be fair, when you first started, it was very, 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 very like early stages, beginner kind of stuff, you know. But it's definitely getting a lot better still. What I kind of want is a bit more going on in the low end. I want like the drums are still like it's hard if you're producing on an iPad, right? but the drums still feel like they're like the high end is really crispy and like punchy, but we don't have the body or the punch in the low end for me still. And so I can imagine it would sound good on an iPad speaker or on a phone or whatever, but not like on a good system, you know? Yeah, like we need to make sure that the kicks and snares we're using, you know, are very much like a big punchy snare, big punchy kick, with that nice high end as well. But at the moment we just have the kind of high end clicky part. We don't really have the whole like bottom part of the drums, and then it's just a little bit too much kind of reverb in the song as well. It's kind of clouding up the mix a bit. But some very interesting sound design, and not just trying to be nice for no reason, but I definitely think you've come a long way already since we first started, like a while ago. Yeah, I think once you got your system upgraded as well, I think it'll be a lot better. Let's move on then to Heavy. Evie, Evye, Hevye. who just threw something in last minute on the Discord. Oh, you're a cheeky little sausage, aren't you? Feel free to slam it up in volume and send me the full mix, you know, like loud. I really like the character of the drums. I love that. I like the bass a lot. I like the atmosphere as well, but I feel like when they're together, that bass and the atmosphere, it's like a little bit of a loss in energy almost. So it kind of works if you want that to go for that more like kind of experimental vibe. But I would like consider like using that atmosphere and then like just dipping the hell out of it, like getting rid of it, and then like coming in just like pure with the drums and bass. Like I would almost like there, I would just like take that atmosphere off and then just go like more on a deeper like bass kind of road, you know? Yeah, like obviously the mix down is wicked though, and the sound quality is great. And yeah, what I could also do to me, because it feels like it could be really like nice and neuro-y as well. Like if you like use, like I said, use a bit more of that atmosphere in the gaps to provide some release, and then or tension or whatever. And then like when you cut to like just the bass, then I think that mid bass, because it's got such a lot of movement in the low end and all this, but then it like misses a little bit in the high end, and I feel like you can like bring some bits up where it like starts to growl and then like come back down again, and that could provide like that kind of extra dynamic in the section where there's like no atmosphere. But that's what I would do with it anyway. I like the tone on that snare as well. That's pretty cool. Yeah, good stuff. Finally, we have Kavala, who this is just going to be a sneak preview because I don't want to give too much of it away because I think I'm going to release this one. But yeah, he's done a wicked remix of my tune Shakuhachi. I'm going to test it out this weekend. And yeah, let's just play it, the intro and then a little bit of the drop, and then I'll cut off after that. I can't play too much for it because we're gonna do that as a release soon, a free download or something, maybe Christmas. Yeah, what a banger! Thanks for that, Kavala. Yeah, so I'm gonna exclude you from this from the winners of today because that was kind of just a little teaser. But I think then, so what I'm gonna do is, you know, I've given you all some feedback a little bit. Some of it's been productive, some of it might not have been. But I'm going to just choose my favourite one. And should I go off how much you've improved? Or I could do like two. I could do like an award for most improved and then an award for just best track. Right? So let's do that. I think for me, best track from all of these is going to be Nootrop, I think, with this one. Excluding Kavala, because I would pick that, but I'm already gonna like kind of release that one. So yeah. Yeah, that's my favourite for today. And then with the improvements, I think everyone has improved. Well, Colt Black has improved a lot recently. Mowgli's improving. I'm going to give Digipax the improvement award though, because it's only the second track I've heard from him, but I feel like it's really like exciting to hear this one, and like once we fix those levels in the high end and stuff, it sounds wicked. So yeah, improvement award, Digipax, and favourite tune award to Nootrop. All right, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and if you want to have your track featured, make sure you join my Patreon. Link for that is down below. You can send in your track on Discord anytime during the week, and sometime before Friday morning I will record the weekly feedback videos. I hope you guys have a lovely weekend. Peace.